Hi, so it's 14th of July. Let's do a quick end of the day analysis of where we stand और जाते हुए कल किस तरह से मार्केट में हम क्या एक्सपेक्ट कर सकते हैं. सो इफ़ यू लुक इनटू द टॉप ब्रांच, जैसे आज हम लोग सुबह 10 बजे से ही मैं कह रहा था दैट इट्स अ डे फॉर आईटी एंड द क्रेडिट गोज टू माइंडट्री. So all the top positions are being made in companies like MINDTREE में बहुत strong trend है. Don't go against the trend. And this is also true for companies like LTTS, WIPRO, uh, LTI, and Emphasis. Now LTTS has posted its results, so tomorrow the move will be based on the results. But going forward, it seems like 3000 levels would be we have to monitor if it's able to break above 3000. LIC Housing Finance gave a very good move, and this is a very bullish pattern, but the trend is getting weaker. But no matter what, LIC Housing Finance is definitely one of the companies which we would be tracking in our short term, and maybe a small dip towards 460 or maybe a good turning point for us to have it in our trackers for the short time, right? Navin floating made an all-time high, but unfortunately in Infi, even in Biocon, we were able to trade Biocon today, and this went really good. It closed at 400 levels. And also Tech Mahindra, Coforge, HCL Tech. You can see there are a lot of IT companies over here, and this is also true for companies like Larsen and Tublo. But at the end of the day, the data is still not in trend, but definitely these are strong counters and they are moving, so theoretically they should all be in our tracker, because we never know when they will come and start trending. PVR tried to give a breakout over 1400, but it failed, and this is also true for Jubilant Food. For you can see this is in a box between 3050 and 3150, so it also gave a very good bullish pattern at the end of the day. And Apollo Tire also went towards 240, and but again, I think going forward, one of the companies which I also suggested for BTST is Bata India, and it seems like there are positions which are getting created. Now we have to see if it's able to cross 1600 levels, and then we can have a much better idea. You can see SUNTV is a very good reversal candidate, because for SUNTV this levels of 520 is acting like a good support throughout this whole so many sessions. You can see it was just creating small candles, and today it gave a very big green closing. Going forward, we have to see if positions get added in SUNTV, and then maybe some movement comes in. NAM India was one of the companies we traded. It made an all-time high. Coromandel also faced resistance around about 900. But again, positions are getting added in Coromandel as well as in Bata India. Now, if we look below, ITC gave a good move, and unfortunately, it had some selling from 205 levels. But no matter what, this is a very bullish pattern, and we have to see if there is a continuation of the pattern. And so is true for Cipla. We have been tracking Cipla since last few days now, and so you can see that it's trying to go towards 980 where there's a resistance. Bosch Limited is definitely going to move tomorrow, and in either direction. So it's something which has gone through a very narrow contraction, and now the next move has to be a very violent one. So keep a track if it's able to break 15,500 levels, and then maybe it will be a good candidate on the long side. Or if it is below 15,400 300 levels, then it can easily fall towards 15,000. So no matter what, Bosch India definitely would be a good trade for tomorrow, and we are going to do and take positions as we see. L&T Housing Finance, I actually made a video about L&T Housing Finance, and this actually is looking really good, and we have to see of how it goes from here, because it is looking good not in terms of long or short positions, but rather it's looking good for trade positions. We will let the market decide the trend, and then we will participate in the trend. So the good thing is it's now at the very fag end जहाँ पे एक trend आनी चाहिए after such a narrow and tight consolidation. Granules और ICICI Prudential Life, they were also good movers today, लेकिन इनमें ट्रेंड थोड़ी सी वीक हो रही है. TCS give a very good reversal, so TCS is also one of the companies जो शायद depending upon whether it's able to hold 3200 can reverse, and positions are getting added over here. So I am pretty much bullish in TCS and of all these big IT companies in Nifty 50. Or Ashok Leyland was able to go towards 129. Yeah, Ashok Leyland was in our radar since 126. Yesterday it closed at 120. It faced resistance about 127, but today it went towards 129. So this was also a good trade, but unfortunately at the very high levels it is facing some resistance, and the trend is weakening. This is also true for AU Bank. So, but no matter what, this one would be a very good trade, and we will let the market decide in which direction it wants to go. Glenmark is also one of the companies where the trend is getting weaker and it's in a tight box. Manappuram made a 52-week high today, and even there were some profit bookings, so we have to see how it goes from there. And TVSMOTOR is also one of the companies I've been telling since last 2 sessions, and even on the weekend video I said TVSMOTOR is one of the candidates that can reverse, and this is exactly what is happening. तो गोइंग फॉरवर्ड मैं बोलूँगा कि TVS मोटर भी हमारे लिस्ट में होनी चाहिए, just to see if though the trend is weakening, but we have to see if it is able to because trend is weakening as per the end of the day data, so tomorrow morning the data can change, and we can then have a tracker enabled. Metropolis made an all-time high 3 sessions ago, and then eventually it went for a downfall. Here we can see it's at the end of the day it's very near on at 2800, so we have to see if it's able to come up. Berger Paint, actually you see it's a flag and pole pattern, so even Berger Paint would be a very good reversal candidate over the levels of 848. We have to see, then we can expect levels of 860, which is also an all-time high for Berger Paint. Vedanta, nothing. Apollo Hospital, all in box trades, and so is Exide, and so is Asian Paint, also gave a nice sort of doji, and we have to see if there is a continuation of the doji. And this is also true for Lalpath Labs. You can see all in boxes. This one is also in box, this one is also in box. Bandhan Bank also is trying to get some reversal, and it's the candle size is getting smaller, so Bandhan Bank may be a very good candidate for where it's end of the consolidation and the next move is just around the corner. ब्रिटानिया में हम लोग रिवर्सल के बारे में बहुत दिनों से बात कर रहे हैं, and this is definitely in my radar. Today is the first day that I'm seeing a very good candle in Britannia, and maybe Britannia, if it is able to take out 3500, can give us a very good strong move going forward. SBI Life made an all-time high today, but the trend is getting weaker, so I would try to stay away from it. Also there was some profit booking in in cement companies, and this was exactly what I also tweeted round about at 2 p.m. about the BTST trades, that all the companies of cement which are in the FNO, just like Ultrachem Ultra Cement, and then you have ACC, then you have Ramco Cement and Ambuja Cement, all of them were showing moves, and I mentioned in that video, वो वीडियो आपको our right hand corner में मिल जाएगी, कि maybe going forward there will be a profit booking towards the end of the day, and that's exactly what happened. And NMDC also tried to give us a sort of very nice consolidation, and it tried to move up. Unfortunately, it was this move today was based on a gap up opening followed by news, and hence this is sell-off came. But I'm pretty sure that if the levels of 177 are again retested and it breaks, so theoretically NMDC can move from here. Coal India is in a 5 rupees range. Axis Bank also nothing interesting. CUB is trying to go towards 165. ICICI Bank also formed a doji. So there's nothing much, and of course they are not in the trend, else we would have looked into it. And so this the purpose of this video is also to find the companies which are going to be in the trend, because if the pattern at the end of the day looks good, then maybe going forward in the next session इसमें और भी अच्छी positions बन सकती हैं. Kotak Bank is same between 1700 and 1750, nothing new. SRF made an all-time high today, and you can see by the size of the candles that this is not looking really good for fresh positions. If the levels of 7500 are breached, then maybe some major profit booking will come, and this is also true for the same structure is there for Navin Fluorine and Deepak Nitrite. So am not at all interested in making any long positions, because I want to enter at these candles rather than these small consolidation phases. Eventually this is a distribution. If a breakout happens, then I would be happy to make new position, but now I don't really see any trade. Bajaj Auto, you can see, is sliding downwards, and it seems like there is more weakness if it is not able to move above 4,000 and close above 4,000 levels. Cummins India is also a very good trade. You can see a very narrow consolidation phase has started in Cummins India. This was a good move, and then eventually all these sessions, it just gave a very small triangles, and the size of the triangles are decreasing. So maybe Cummins India is also one of the companies which Cummins Industries which can give some move. Bajaj Finance is also in a box. Siemens is looking weaker, and maybe Siemens will fall from 2000 levels, and there is nothing much. Cadila is in a box, Concord is in a box. Indigo is also giving us a very narrow and tight consolidation, so definitely I would try to keep Indigo in my radar. Because it seems like there is a big move pending in companies like Indigo and also companies like Ramco Cement. Now whether these companies will move on 15th itself or not is something which really can't be said, but definitely it's going to move in the short term, maybe by the end of this week or the very beginning of the next week. No matter what, ACC, this was also what I was discussing. It seems like it has some resistance at 2100, and this made a 52-week high today. Balakrishna Industries, we were able to book out our profits, but it seems like Balakrishna Industry is also not giving up the 2300 levels, and so maybe going forward this would also be a very good reversal candidate for trading, but we have to see how it goes from here. MRF gave a very good poll yesterday, and today it's going for a flag formation. We will see how it turns up, and then eventually we will be planning our trade. IndusInd Bank, Bank of Baroda, these are all undecisive candles, and there's nothing we can make out of it. ESCORTS is one of the very neutral flat companies which is out there, and eventually I think a big move is pending in ESCORTS. From the end of the day data, it seems like this is going for some breakdown, and eventually maybe levels of 1160 might be coming in company in ESCORTS. Torrent Power also, there's nothing much. IRCTC is also facing resistance at all-time high. Petronet is also it gave a breakout, so it was in a range, and now you can see that today is the first day that it went and closed below that range, so we have to see if it is able to revert from here. And there is nothing much happening in the energy sector also. All the companies, IOC, ONGC, all the OMC companies, they are all having the same move, so there is nothing much we can say. Grasim gave a very good move over the last 3 sessions, and now it seems like it is going for some minor corrections. Maybe if I'm lucky to get Grasim at 1550, 1530 levels, then this might turn out to be a good trade. We should not be trading right now. We should be just keeping it in our watch. And this is also true for Tata Motors. Had a big fall from its near 52-week high, and now you can see through all the sessions it's just consolidating very tightly, and there are no positions which are yet being made, but just having a look into it, it seems like it's facing some hard resistance to cross 312 315 zone, and basically any breakdown if it comes below 300, then I think it would be really bad news for Tata Motors. But no matter what, we have to keep this in our radar and make sure that we are able to trade in as in the direction of the breakout. PNB, you can see it's a very nice falling structure since so many sessions, and it seems like this is something a breakdown, because it was consolidating and now it looks like a breakdown. So going forward, having a stop loss at 41.5 or 42 for safe, you can actually short it over here and expect levels of 40. So this would be a good trade. And also you can see DRREDDY is in a box, and there is not much in the trend, but it seems like DRREDDY might be a good reversal candidate. So we have to see if it is, or it might even be that if 5400 levels are broken, then there might be a major short trade which we can take. Trend is also trending near is all-time high, but the trend and the up move is getting weaker, so we have to see of how this moves. In general, you can see it gave a nice move from 850 to 900, and then it was in a tight box, so we have to see in which direction the breakout comes in. Now we are towards the end of this quadrant, so these are all the weak counters which we have. So you can see that Titan is not able to hold, and it's going for a breakdown. Similarly is Muthoot Finance. It was a good short trade today because it was not able to hold this 1550 levels. And also Cholafin is a very good trade. I always say buy at 515, sell at 520, and today it started from 520 and it closed at day lows. But again, positions are not getting added, but rather short positions are getting added here in this company like ICICI GI, though it had some very good support coming from lower levels of 1520, but still going forward, I think there might be more weakness in ICICI GI, and this is also true for Indian Hotel. So Indian Hotel has to is trying to maintain this level but is unable to, and you can see that it has had a lot of corrections in the last few sessions in this week, and maybe there's some more slated. Indus Tower was a trade which we discussed yesterday, and it was already looking weak, and today also there was a gap down opening, and so you can see maybe it was dividend adjusted. It can very well be. No matter what, this is not one of the companies I do regularly trade or keep a track of. ABFRL made a good move yesterday, and now you can see it's a pole, and now we are waiting for the flag formation. Adani Entertainments or Adani Enterprise, whatever this is, again this looks like it's trying to get a support, but again I don't comment on Adani. And this is Maruti. So Maruti gave a breakdown, and this was something which was which I discussed around about at 10 a.m. in the morning, that Maruti is looking weak, and it actually closed at day's low, and it closed to below 7400. Now we have to see near 7300. We have to see if it's able to so basically it's getting in trend. Now we have to see from tomorrow of which all companies are actually going to have positions being made. Canara Bank is also between a 5 rupees 150 to 155, and this actually is something it's also getting in trend. So maybe this is slated, or maybe it's 151 152 right now, so it's also trying to get a support at 150. MGL is a very good pattern. You can see long, and now this is a breakdown, and this actually is a very good short this is a very good short trade which can be initiated. We might have to look towards mid of the session tomorrow, and then we can initiate it. PEL also, you can see it was in a very tight consolidation, and today it gave a breakdown, and so eventually we have to see if it is able to revert. If not, then this would be again a good candidate for shorts. And also India Bull Housing Finance. So India Bull Housing Finance and मारुति, these were the two counters जो हम लोग सुबह 10 बजे के मार्केट वॉच में हमने बोला था ये भी काउंटर्स हैं और हम इसमें शॉर्ट्स ले रहे हैं. मैंने इसका ट्रेड भी बोला था इंडिया बुल हाउसिंग फाइनेंस का कि मैं 280 में शॉर्ट करूँगा, तब 281 282 में था. मैं बोला था कि इसको शॉर्ट करूँगा विथ 285 बिकॉज द पोजिशंस वर गेटिंग एडेड. इट सीम्स लाइक द वीकनेस इज मोर देयर एंड मे बी इट्स स्लेटेड फॉर 260 रीजन अगेन, क्योंकि देखिए ये एक बॉक्स में था एंड दिस थियोरेटिकली इट इज एट द एज ऑफ द बॉक्स एंड नाउ इट्स करेक्टिंग. So within 1 or 2 sessions you can expect a range levels of 260 unless and until some other news flow happens either for the financial sector or for the market in general. So folks, that's all I have for you tonight. Maybe this market watch has given you some names. So just to conclude, definitely I would try to keep definitely IT would be in my watch list. So in IT I will have companies, especially TCS from Nifty 50, and then LTTS, WIPRO, MINDTREE, Emphasis, LTI. So definitely these are my top picks. Other than that, there is also Maruti and MGL, which we just discussed, and also India Bull Housing Finance. These are all good short candidates, and also I will try to track Dr. Reddy. For reversal, my focus would be on Indigo, Britannia, and Cummins Industries. And also I would try to see how LIC Housing Finance does together with SUNTV, maybe a very good reversal candidate, and so would be Bosch Limited and Coromandel. And on the top of that, if you want to play some bank, then at the end of the day, I think the pattern of Bandhan Bank looks really good for a good trade, and that logic is also true for TVSMOTOR. So all in all, in the cement sector, maybe Aramco Cement also. So all in all, we have this 10 stocks. We are going to keep it in the radar. I'm not saying that all of them are going to move. Many of the companies I have say mentioned, just like Aramco Cement, so maybe they will not move immediately tomorrow, but definitely in the short term. So definitely they have to be in our tracker from today or from tomorrow onwards. Thanks a lot, guys. Hope at the end of the day data is helpful for you. The thing is, the data gets updated very late at night, so it's only after 10:30 p.m. that I can start analyzing the data and then pre-processing and then creating these videos for you guys, so that it's going to be helpful for you for the next session. So best of luck for tomorrow's session and have a nice evening. Bye bye.